7 financial goals to achieve in your 30s. Now you're done with your 20s, you're done with learning about money. It's time to really set up a serious goals and to actually build up the life you always wanted. The first financial goal to achieve in your 30s is to actually have and keep your emergency account. If you never heard about emergency account, it's like a safety cash. And look at that. It's the cash you put on the side, and it is recommended that it is in the amount of 6 up to 8 months of your living expenses. Now, depends how risk adverse you are. I know people also who have their emergency account covering at least 1 year of their living expenses. These are literally the money that you put on the side and you don't touch them unless really you lose your job and you don't have any income or you get ill for a longer period of the time. So you have some money on the side. So this is the first financial goal to achieve in your 30s, and it is to have your emergency account. The second financial goal to achieve in your 30s is to actually repay your debt in full. That would be the best, and if not, at least minimize the amount. Now, most of people in their 20s, they get some debt mostly because of the education. So they get student loans, which they need to repay, or then also in Europe are really famous and favorite spending consumption, literally loans, which you get and you just buy certain items, certain things for a living. Now, I'm not saying that getting to a debt is something I recommend. If you don't have any debt, it's better not to actually get into it. However, if you have that in your 30s, is really the time to become a bit more responsible and repay that debt and start living debt free. When you start living debt free, you will see then other opportunities what you can do with your cash which you accumulate. Now, the best way to repay your debt is literally starting slowly to pay more than just the minimum payment on your debt. And each and every month, you pay higher amounts, and like this, you can repay it faster. Not only that you're going to become a debt free, but also keep in mind that you're going to save money on the interest if you repay it faster for the months you actually repay that loan sooner. So you're not going to pay the interest on your loan for these months. In your 30s, there is the time to start to think about your retirement, and that's why it's really advisable to set up your personal retirement fund, your pension fund. And in your 30s, not only set it up, but boost it up as much as you can. Most of the pension plan are flexible, so you can adjust the amount you pay monthly. So in your early 30s, if you're just setting up your pension plan and you can afford to pay the minimum payment, that's already good enough. But as you advance in your 30s, try to boost it up as much as you can. Next financial goal, which is to upgrade your career. Obviously, we want to progress. We build our own skills during the 20s when we started to work. And well, now is really the time when you're going to start to look for promotions. Perhaps if you really need to achieve a certain certificate and further up your education, then your 30s are really the time when you already have your set of skills. So look at what you are already good at, depending on this, see whether you need any further qualification and get that promotion. Sometimes upgrading your career also means to change your company and to actually get an opportunity to grow in a different company. However, it's really the time to see how you can find a way how you can increase your income. The fifth financial goal to set up and achieve in your 30s is to have some income on the side. Now, as you see all over the internet, there are news about passive income online and setting up your own business. I understand that not everyone wants to become an entrepreneur, and that's completely fine. However, also think that you still have a lot of free time after work on the weekends, and you can invest that time into building a side income, which will then boost your overall monthly income. By boosting your overall monthly income, you then can top up your emergency account easily. You can top up your pension plan. So in your 30s is really the time to stand up and to boost up your income. There are many other ways how you can also start to make some money on the side, and I will link a video which will give you more ideas about how to generate your passive income. You can do it easily as a side job, and like this you can create an additional one or two or even perhaps three streams of income. The sixth financial goal to achieve in your 30s is to buy your own home. Obviously, when we were talking about repayment of debt, now you are debt free and you have much more cash coming in. You're putting that money on the side, and like this, it's much easier to accumulate some cash for deposit. Most of us will be buying a home, however, we will need help from the banks to obtain a mortgage to buy the house or the apartment in full. However, keep in mind that if you have a larger deposit upfront to pay, then you will have a smaller mortgage. Smaller mortgage means faster repayment, and faster repayment means saving money on the interest. So the same thing when we're talking about repayment of debt with mortgages as well. If you actually put more deposit upfront, then you have less to pay on interest and a smaller amount of mortgage to be taken on your shoulders. So consider that when you actually budgeting for your monthly expenses, and try to put as much money on the side towards buying your own home and achieve this financial goal in your 30s. And the seventh financial goal to achieve in your 30s is to avoid lifestyle inflation. Now, as we were talking about repaying debt, increasing your income, what most of people tend to do with increased income, they increase their expenses. However, the point here is to build and to keep as much cash as you can for yourself, not only for now, but also for the future. Now, I'm not saying you earn that money, more you earning, yes, you can afford to spend more. However, still, if you are planning to spend more, still keep in mind the budgeting rules and spend less than you earn. This is really the key when it comes to your spending, and this is really the key in living that life in financial abundance and financial security, that you literally spend less than you earn. And like this, you avoid lifestyle inflation in your 30s. So this is the last 7 financial goal I have for you in your 30s. Now you have 10 years ahead of you, and you can achieve all those financial goals. If you already achieved some of those, let me know in the comment section below. In the meantime, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.